Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Oxygen Not Included. This is the Triple Printer Challenge, and in today's episode here, I'm going to be continuing this into Cycle 35. I'm going to be playing for a specific amount of time today, and we will see how far I make it. Not a certain amount of cycles. I only have a certain amount of time, mostly because I still need rest in real life. But here's what we got going on here. The goal of this episode is to set up these exosuit docks, get them plugged into this natural gas generator, power plant over here, get that thing up and running, gain access down here so I can start to mine up the gold amalgam and also the algae that's down here. I'll be in a good shape to live inside of this, base for a lot longer, because having access to algae allows me to use these deoxidizers, giving me a good source of nice, clean, good temperature oxygen. And the other thing is I got some of these electrolyzers. That needs to be continued. I need to continue to build that stuff, mostly so that I can outrun the lavatories over here. So all of my duplicants that are using the bathrooms, I need to at least consume that much water, from that, which right now that's all that's feeding to these electrolyzers over here. So I need to make sure that that's exactly scaling that system up and up and up as fast and as quickly as I can, because that way it's going to produce enough oxygen for everybody and everybody will survive. So that's a good thing. The other thing is I don't want to have this build up too far and then I won't be able to do anything with it. And I've kind of changed my mind about this hydro hood system. Now that I've looked at it a little bit longer, surprisingly, I'm out of iron ore, so I'm going to have to dig up some more. Luckily, I have quite a bit of it up here dug up. The other thing I need to do over here is I need to move this ore scrubber so that the exosuit checkpoint is right next to the exosuit docks. That way it works. And I can also scrub that ore. And I think what I also want to do is put a storage box right next to it, so they might be able to stay inside the exosuit, go in and out several times here to mine and sweep up and process the algae that I'm trying to pull out. The last thing I want to make sure I do over here is I want to make sure that protecting myself from the germs that are going to be down in this area. So down here, we've got all of this slime lung that could potentially find its way out. So I want to walk through a water lock. So for that, I just need to set up something that's quite simple, just using a little bottle emptier I can actually do that with. And then you just step through a puddle. And wrong game. There we go. So I will do this number, and just for a little extra security, I'm going to go ahead and put a door there. So if I dig that out, boom, they'll just kind of go that way, and this will be full of water. So then the ore scrubber will go right there, and right next to that is going to be a storage compactor. Maybe I will just move that guy, kind of cancel all of that. Cancel that stuff too. I've already got a water sieve up here, so I'll just reuse that. Useful, and maybe at some point here I'll move it over there so I just have a ladder right there. But for right now, this is going to be a little bit backwards, you'll kind of walk down, run over, but it'll be okay. I'll fix that later. Or maybe not, maybe I just never will. And then, once I find the exosuit docks again, the menus. I got so many tabs down here. Can't remember where everything is. So, just like so. And I'll put as many exosuit docks as I can actually manage down there. That's quite a few. I've changed my mind as far as the wires are concerned. Well, maybe I haven't. I would like to split those wires more in this area, so it's a little bit closer. Mostly the reason I want to bring the power transformers over here is because I would like to tie in the hydrogen generator to the same units, so that it could then distribute it throughout the base. That's more or less the plan there. I want to make sure I can get 2 of these in there. Alright, so there we go. That'll all be built. Ladder, ladder, ladder. There we go. Let's see, is this thing up and running yet? By the way, sorry for not uploading this challenge as much as I thought I was actually playing it. Kind of got sidetracked with everything else, so I did that, and I've also made it into its own playlist. Some people were requesting that, so it should be a lot easier to be able to keep track of where you're at as far as this particular challenge, and I'm trying to play it a lot more here over the next couple of weeks. There's not a lot of oxygen down here. Algae is remarkably low. That's not good. Alright, we're gonna have to prioritize this a little bit higher. There's a little bit of algae right there. I might have to do this quite a bit faster than I thought I was going to have to do it. Take this and just plug these in and get them up and running, you know. Even if they're just exhausting into the... This over here is starting to concern me too. Not sure what is damaged over there. I would expect that some sort of wire or something like that is becoming damaged. A lot of people are running all the way down here to grab the last little bits of algae. Let's see here. Where do I have some more algae that I can get to? If I build a couple of doors here real quick, I can get to all of this algae, and as long as I don't really pick up the stuff that has surface germs on it, I should be okay. Alright, so that should be enough algae right here. If I can dig all of that up to kind of be enough to get me through the next few cycles. We'll just have to... Hopefully that'll work out. Otherwise, things are going to get very desperate very, very quickly. I also have to upgrade this wire here to a much better wire, which kind of means all of this is a bad idea right now. I simply cannot make this plan happen right now. I just need to save my materials. So I got to cancel all of that and focus on what I can do over here, which is upgrade this wire. That way I have enough power to safely power up this stuff without blowing up all of my circuits. I need a transformer here to run this stuff. Jeez, so many important things going on here. So then that needs to be built up right here. Instead of that, I'm just going to put it right down here. Okay, so there's that guy, and then I'll plug that in with a nice conductive wire, since I have enough of that, and then I'll plug that over here into this whole network. How much algae do I have? 655 kilograms, so I'm at least increasing that. I'm going to increase the priority down here. It seems like I need more oxygen down low. Copy these settings, make sure I continue to plant more stuff. I'll switch this to a farm tile since it's now... There's like stuff going on all over my base. It's everywhere. Okay, people are doing this, people are doing that. And we're doing pretty much everything except for what I was kind of hoping to work on, which is the exosuit checkpoint and all of that good stuff down there. I'm going to go ahead and set the massage table to 7. It looks like Ari here is quite stressed out. And what is causing her stress right there? Popped eardrums. Ooh, that's a big change. Soggy feet. Yep, decor expectation. It's actually negative. So popped eardrums. Am I just having like way too much gas over here? Maybe she's just going from one spot that's like super high to another place that's really low. So my other duplicants that are running through the same area are not suffering from that same problem. Okay, so I should be able to deconstruct that wire there, and that should hopefully save whatever else is going on up here as it's actually connected. See, now here's where I wish I could just like copy a blueprint and just like paste it in there. Hopefully at some point they actually make that possible in this game. It's a lot easier to build up certain things in the game that you just know you want to copy and make over and over again. There we go. Let's see here. Do I have massage enabled? No, not by default. So there we go. Now it's enabled. Okay, so there's a couple more things I need to do over here because I need to get the gas down to this area. So we will go in and then go out and then go back in. That'll be good. I also do not have an atmospheric switch for that gas pump, but I should have one. So I want that to only run when natural gas is being like pumped into the area. Now, it should run continuously. All right, so that's the end of cycle 35. That was a pretty good cycle. We got a lot done. I'm going to go ahead and power up these electrolyzers here off the main line, so it'll be a little bit separate. I'll use conductive wires, and then I'm going to use just good old low voltage wire here, and that will run to all of my electrolyzers. Turner, bro, what's your job? You can build or deliver and or dig. How about that? Since you're not doing any research at the moment. Unless there is some research I should be getting done. Just plastics, but I'm not going to get to that anytime soon. Alright, so there you go. You can do some other stuff. How much algae did I get up to? 969 kilograms. That's a little bit better. So I'm going to have some more dupes in a little bit, so I'm going to have to make more cots. And from the looks of it, I don't have enough cots. So I made this a little bit difficult for myself as far as my ability to get these wires and then reroute it up to the next, next area where I'm going to sequence them. I call this spaghetti logic. Let's keep connecting the dots, man. Just keep going. Bridge that up. run that over, and then just kind of do one of these. Just don't look too closely at this. Yeah, there we go. All right, so what to do with all of the carbon dioxide that I'm going to have? Right over in this area. A couple of doors right there, which we can just pull the logic from, or maybe I just make them go up and down right here. How about that? Here we go. We'll put them right there. Be an even better place to put them, because I can mine that stuff up while I'm doing it. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. And then I'm going to use a little bit of a gas pump down here in the space that's going to build up that gas. Good. I'll leave one extra tile there just for good measure, in case I want to put any sort of sensor in there. And then I will put so there we go. The carbon dioxide will come out here. It'll just get compressed down. And then when I want to do something with it, I can just go ahead and put an Atmos sensor in there. Then I could just use above or below to turn it on or off. What are my priorities around here? That's all 5. This up here should be a lot higher priority. Now all of my duplicates migrate over here. Nice. Oh, this is like full-scale production going on. How's the oxygen looking? Ari is finally taking in the massage table. That's good, considering we're just about to get to more duplicants. And things are going to become more stressful yet again. Man, look at this thing come together. Oh, that's kind of a fancy little way to get down there and build stuff. If I leave that airflow tile open, we'll kind of go down there and build stuff by using the doors. How about that? These doors are running while people are standing on them. Look at this. Nice bit is defying gravity. Uh-oh, she doesn't even know what's going on. There you go. I'm gonna hit save game before I get crashed to desktop. Things are getting a little wild there. Let's just finish off those doors, shall we? Boom. And then a couple more tiles right there. No idea what that tile's doing, but we can go ahead and get rid of it. So much construction going on here. This is a very, very, very highly productive. I'm liking this. This is fun. Being able to just about build anything you want in like one cycle. Boom, there's some power. And there's an electrolyzer. So I'll send the hydrogen there, the oxygen for now. It'll just get dumped out the side. There you go. Oops, I didn't even see the printing pods down here. I gotta bring these duplicants in. Meep! We have a meep! And the bubbles? What? That's almost not even fair. Who do I pick? Clearly, you pick me. But he's got like the worst trait right now, which is flatulent. Welcome to the base, Meep! And let's see here. Who do we have now? We have Marie and Hassan. And what do these duplicants have for traits? Destructive, uncultured. Look at that. Decor expectations low. Dude, I got some good. And high immunity. What about Hassan? Mole hands, ugly crier, perfect. Has a higher decor expectation though. A little bit higher. But alright, I do have a duplicant here. So Hassan, your name is Stein. Do I have another Marie? No! Wow, okay. Since you are such a pro digger, you're pretty much just gonna dig. What about Marie? What are you good at? She is good at nothing. Marie? You're an artist, but you cannot perform art? Alright, I'm gonna rename you Marie the Confused. There's no way you can be an artist, but not be able to do art. See, maybe not necessarily the best duplicants I've ever gotten. Clearly, we have the best duplicate in the game. Unfortunately, none of them have a bed to sleep in. So we're going to make some high quality granite cots for these guys right there. And you're going to get a granite statue. Ooh, with a granite canvas. I'm going to treat him a little nice. I've been waiting for him for a little while here. There you go. Okay, gotta finish hooking that guy in. Get all this set up. Oh, come on, Meep. Stop farting. Everybody's like, can't be around this guy. I feel grimy. How do I not have enough oxygen? With all of this, what more could I make? All right, let's take a look at oxygen. Yes, doing pretty good. How much algae do I have? Not enough, not enough. I still gotta keep digging this stuff up, which means I might have to get close to this slime lung stuff right here. Alright, so this is going to give off polluted oxygen in this area, which can support slime lung. I don't want that. So I'm going to put a deodorizer down there, and that'll kind of help convert it into oxygen where it cannot survive. So, you know, get some slime lung coming out of there. It should eventually die off. There's a little spot of algae right there. There's a couple more spots. Alright, so I got a lot more algae down here, but do I have germs in that area? Not yet. Let's go ahead and set this at a nice high priority. Oops, I can't put that right there. Poor Travoldo was over here trying to dig up neutronium. I'm like, that's not gonna work. I gotta put this gas bridge right over here. That way I can actually get to it. Oh boy. Now how do I get this automation wire from here over here? I'm almost using up too much power already. Ooh, buddy, I'm gonna have to be a little bit more careful on my wires now. I'm not gonna just be able to scale everything forever and ever here. Luckily, I'm about to get this thing powered up if they ever finish these last few pipes. Building up some more exosuits so I can fill this thing up. Ooh, look at what I got here. Deliver, disable. Alright, so Meep's got his own little place to sleep now. Let's check out the overall decor here, huh? Bam! Plus 68. Even has a little hatch friend. That is until he gets stuck in a door. Now we've got a noisy sleeper with Ari. This base. It's getting quite big. You can see the frame rate starting to drop a little bit now. It's not quite exact what it used to be. Alright, so if this is above 1,000, then the natural gas generators will turn on. Meaning I can apply, supply power to all of this stuff. Oh, we had a little bit of a flood here. That's not good. I'll see what I can do here to mop this stuff up. Got a little bit of food poisoning in it though. Not too much though, we're only talking like 300. I've got this chlorine that is settled right in this area, which really is not what I want. Hopefully I can dig this area out over here and turn it into a big farm. Have it be nice and controlled. This is not what I want to see. I don't want to see all of this mixed gas here. Alright, looks like this wire got finished. So now the batteries are draining from over here. Over there. I'm going to disable this guy because I don't need it. I can set that to above, which will allow that to run, which means even though this thing's entombed, I can just disable it. So that should supply power to everything. Yeah, everything over there. So it is on, and I should see some natural gas start to flow, and I should see the amount of power here start to go up. Except for that is not finished. So we're going to set that to a nice high priority, cap that off. Well, actually, maybe I don't want to cap that off just yet. Come on, one last piece. Hey, and build this door already. Jeez, you're letting in all of that chlorine. I don't want that. I got to go like that, and then join that there. Alrighty, so that is now up and running. So I've got natural gas, tons and tons of power being produced there. And we can see that the batteries are charging up, so that's awesome. I've also got the conductive wire running to a couple of these power transformers. So I'll be able to use those once they're, built up. And then I've got a plan for this automation wire to find its way back on over here to this top door once it gets built. So I'm going to get rid of the airflow tile there and just kind of move that battery. I may not need that battery at all. Just like I don't need this gas filter anymore. Man, to think I've got more hydrogen than one hydrogen generator can consume. And look at the oxygen in this base. Look at that. Ooh, that's pretty good. I'm going to disable a couple of these and try to save on algae for a little bit, because it looks like the next thing I'm going to do is get down in these exosuits. And then once that's done, I'll be able to go down here and start mining this out. And it looks like I've got a lot of exosuits. Oh, no. Don't you dare do that to me. Do I have anybody just on sweep duty? Max, you're going to go on sweep duty. So I've got a couple of duplicants that are just sweeping and producing a significant mess. Alright, so I've let this run for a little bit. That should flush out all of the other gases down there. Ooh, it'll run overnight, which means that I can cap off this tile right there. So that is the end of cycle 38, and it's also the end of the amount of time I have to play this game. So I didn't quite make it as many cycles as we have in the previous episodes here, but there's a lot that went on in this episode. A lot of progress, a lot of things being built. And it's still looking up. It's still looking positive here. I gotta mop that. Boom, take care of that, you know. Save my little plants. But I think the next episode here, I'll be able to finally get down here and just really do some big digging and cleaning. And that'll be really good. We'll also be able to kind of see what's kind of beyond the shadow over here as we kind of mine out that entire area. So while that's going on, it seems like I have a pretty decent plan as far as continuing to scale up my hydrogen electrolyzer like production over here, so I can keep making more of these units, and I might even go as far as to maybe put an exosuit dock and everything. Well, probably not in the next episode, but start to work on over here to the right so I can free up some space over here. However, all of that's for the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this little episode here of Oxygen Not Included. If I've earned your subscription, then thank you so much for that. Stay awesome, guys. Peace. Brothgar out.